What you looking at? That's basically what the first reading says. You know, at the end, the angel appears and says, Men of Galilee, why are you looking up into the heavens? Basically, that's a nice scriptural way of saying, what you looking at? You looking at me? And that's exactly what's going on, because our natural tendency is once something good has happened, let's stay. You know, it's good here. We like it here. It's a nice, safe, cozy place. And yet, 6 weeks ago, we celebrated the Feast of the Resurrection. First thing, when the apostles go out to the tomb, the angels are sitting there, and they say, what are you looking at? The one you're looking for? He's not here. And we hear it again in today's first reading from the Acts of the Apostles. We are constantly looking for the Christ in our lives. And very often, where we're looking, he's not there. Because the fact is, for the past 6 weeks, after the celebration of the resurrection of Christ, way back at the beginning of April, since then, Sunday after Sunday, day after day, we have been reflecting on what the resurrection means. It's kind of been like a 6-week retreat. We go in, we talk about the experience, and then we reflect on, well, what does this mean for us? Baptism, new life, new beginnings, entering into a journey of a lifetime. And now we get to the end of the Easter season. Next week is our last Sunday of sprinkling. We get to the end of the Easter season, and now it's our turn to go do something. And yet there's a tendency to want to stay here. You know, it's safe, it's comfortable here. We know when the sprinkling is going to happen. We know when we can duck and get away from it, you know. We know we've got all that mapped down. And yet, the resurrection sends us out. It's now a time of mission. We have First Communion today. You know, both for Ryan and for Stefano. They now experience the body and the blood of Christ. They now experience a deeper relationship with Christ. But they also are sent out to bring that and to share that with others. We celebrate today in our country Mother's Day. Again, want to stay home with Mom. You know, she cooks better than I do. Not in my house, but you know, she cooks better than we do. And yet, we are sent out. The whole purpose of raising and of education is so that young people can go out and be successful on their own, can move out. The role of motherhood is precisely that, to image for us the face of the divine Christ, who in compassion and mercy constantly seeks to nurture and forgive, to feed and to lead. All of these things kind of come together in this celebration. This celebration where basically the angel says to us, what you looking at? Why are you standing here? This has nothing to do with it. Everything is about how we take what we hear and what we receive and go out and live it. Go out and share the food. Go out and share the wisdom. Go out and share through motherhood, through compassion, through mercy, through understanding. Go out and do what we've heard. 6 weeks ago, we celebrated the feast of Easter, the feast of the resurrection. And we began reminding each other through the sprinkling that we are the baptized people of God. We have a mission to live. We have been given a life, and now we have a mission to share it. Whether we do it through parenting, whether we do it through priesthood, diaconate, whatever we do it through grandparenting, however it is we do it, we have been given a mission to share this out, not just keep it for ourselves. And so for Ryan and for Stefano, as you begin this next phase of your journey, you begin this next phase of your trip, you've got a lot coming to you. You have a lot of good things coming. Hopefully there's a party somewhere in this weekend, but also that there's celebration and good things for you. But along the way, just as Jesus, returns to the Father and the angels say, what are you looking at? The disciples go back, and the first thing they do, they get together for a meal. And in that meal, they are reminded that Christ is with them. You now have the opportunity to come anytime you want, to participate in the Eucharist, to receive in the meal, to share fully in the meal, and to know that Christ is always with you. But it's not just so that you can feel good, it's so that you can now share it with others. In the way that you are a friend, a brother, eventually a husband, an uncle, grandfather, whatever it is that you choose in life. In this way, you're constantly sharing that out. Okay? So as the angel looks at us and says, what are you looking at? We can easily respond, what I'm looking at is the face of the risen Christ here in this community, in all that I need. And I hear his voice calling me to serve.